Have you ever wondered what you would do in an emergency? Most people imagine themselves as the hero, the person who steps forward, the person who calls for help, the person who takes action. But psychology tells a different story. Imagine standing in a crowded street. A scream cuts through the noise. Someone is in danger. People stop and stare, yet no one moves. The unsettling truth is that this isn't a sign of cruelty. It's a predictable feature of the human mind. And if you had been there, there's a good chance you would have reacted exactly the same way. This phenomenon is known as the bystander effect. One of the most famous cases linked to this idea occurred in New York City in 1964. A young woman named Kitty Genovese was attacked outside her apartment building. Early reports claimed that many people were aware of the incident, yet very few intervened. While later investigations revealed that the story was far more complex than originally reported, the event sparked an important question. Why do groups sometimes fail to act when action seems obvious? Psychologists Bibb Latané and John Darley became fascinated by this mystery. Their research revealed something unexpected. The larger the crowd, the less likely any individual is to help. At first, this sounds absurd. More people should mean more help. But the brain sees the situation differently. When you are alone, responsibility has only one destination: you. There is no escape, no one else to rely on. But in a crowd, responsibility becomes diluted. Your mind begins searching for someone else to act, someone else to call emergency services, someone else to step forward, someone else to solve the problem. The problem is that everyone else's brain is doing the exact same calculation. As a result, dozens of people can become trapped in a silent waiting game, each person believing help is already on the way. This doesn't only happen during emergencies. It happens every day, in the spaces we occupy the most. Look at our schools. A student is being bullied in a crowded hallway, while dozens of classmates look down at their phones, assuming someone else will speak up. Look at our workplaces. A toxic behavior or an unfair decision occurs in a meeting, yet the room remains silent, everyone waiting for a colleague to voice the objection. It happens on our streets during traffic accidents, where drivers slow down to look, but keep driving, assuming emergency services have already been flooded with calls. It even happens in our private lives, inside large group chats, where a call for help or an inappropriate comment is met with total silence. Dozens of people read the message, yet no one types a response. Psychologists call this diffusion of responsibility. Not because people don't care, but because in a crowd, your brain feels hidden. But what if we are looking at this all wrong? What if the bystander effect isn't actually a flaw in human nature? What if it's a brilliant, hidden shortcut the brain developed over thousands of years to conserve energy and avoid unnecessary risk? Think about it. The same subconscious mechanism that sometimes prevents you from taking action is also the exact mechanism that allows humans to cooperate in massive, peaceful groups without constantly fighting for control. Your brain dilutes responsibility because it is trying to protect you from social friction and physical danger. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly as evolved. The terrifying reality is that our survival instincts are the very things that make us ignore a cry for help. The moment responsibility becomes personal, the psychological fog begins to disappear. The brain can no longer hide behind the crowd. And if you witness an emergency yourself, remember this: never assume someone else will act. Choose to become the someone else. Because sometimes the difference between action and inaction is simply recognizing the invisible forces influencing our decisions. The human mind is full of hidden patterns. The bystander effect is only one of them. The question is, how many of your choices are truly yours, and how many are being quietly shaped by forces you never notice? This is Mind Uncovered, exploring the mysteries of human behavior, one hidden pattern at a time.